boys and girls, and welcome back to another show of George and Willy's World. I'm really glad for you to be with us tonight. And we have George and Willy here and Mrs. Krantz. Mrs. Krantz, tell us a little bit about what you and George have been doing lately.
Well, George has been helping readers on the second grade at Alta Sierra School on Tuesdays. And on Wednesdays, she goes to Madeline Helling Library in Nevada City from 4 to 5 o'clock. 4 to 5 o'clock, and the children can come and sign up and read her a story or tell her a story if they're not readers yet.
Oh, and have you had any children there that have come from George and Willy's World? Have any of them ever shown up to say hi?
Well, no, and we'd really love that. So children out there, if you would like to come and meet George and read her a story, please come to the library between 4 and 5 on Wednesdays.
And make sure you say hi and that you heard about it on George and Willy's World. I know Mrs. Krantz will be really excited to say hi back to you. Today we have a special guest. It is really exciting to have someone who is creative and artistic and uses make-believe in everything they do for their job. And we happen to have such a person, and her name is Ms. Wynn. Thank you for coming and joining us. I'll kind of extend over Willy. Hello.
I'm so glad to be here.
And you are a program manager for CAP Inks.
That's right.
That's CAP Inks, I-N-C-S.
Right.
What does CAP Inks mean?
CAP Inks stands for Child Abuse Prevention in Nevada County Schools, and we're a program of child advocates, and we do puppet shows for grades preschool through 4th grade. We do skits for the 5th grades, and we teach kids about how to stay safe and how to handle situations that might come up in their lives that make them unsafe or make them feel sad, and how to deal with them in ways so that they can be healthy and happy.
And I know that you've come into my 3rd grade classroom and given this talk over the past number of years, and the children are glued to the puppets. And the message is so very important.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you're here with us today. And you get to give the children at home a puppet show.
That's right. We have a puppet show for you here today. It's our preschool puppet show.
And I am really looking forward to seeing that.
Great.
And then after the puppet show, we might have time for a story and a craft, but let's get started with the puppet show right away.
All right. Well, boys and girls, my name is Wynn, and I am from CAP Inks. CAP Inks is a group of people that wants all children to be safe. And today I brought along a very special friend, Samantha. I can't believe it. She's asleep. Hey, Samantha, wake up.
Did you wake me up to play with a herd of pink elephants?
No, silly. There are some wonderful children here, and I want you to meet them.
Oh, hi everyone.
Sometimes Samantha can be very silly, but she is smart about one thing, and that is safety. Samantha, do you have any rules about safety?
I sure do. Don't run with scissors, and don't play with matches.
Those are very important safety rules, Sam. Another way to stay safe is never to talk to strangers, and unless you're with your mom, dad, grandma, teacher, or the person taking care of you. Samantha, do you talk to strangers?
No. I know. A stranger is someone we don't know.
That's right. A stranger is someone you don't know. And most strangers are very nice people. But it's a good idea to keep yourself safe by not talking to strangers unless you're with the person taking care of you. So do you talk to strangers, Sam?
Oh no, not unless I'm with my mommy or my big monkey daddy.
Very good, Samantha.
Hey, I've got a great idea.
What's that?
Let's watch a puppet show about a stranger. Want to?
That is a great idea, Sam. Why don't you go tell your little puppet friends to get ready?
Okay, bye.
So this puppet show has Joey,
Hi everyone, I'm Joey. That's me.
Katie,
Hello.
Mrs. Cat,
How do you do, children?
and the stranger, Mrs. Gatto.
Hi, kids.
Let's see what happens.
Mom, come on, Mom. Let's go to the park.
Hi, Joey. Is your mom ready to take us to the park? I can't wait to swing on the swings, way up high in the sky.
All right, children, all right. I am ready to walk to the park now.
Woohoo! Yeah,
All right.
all right.
We're here. Last one to the swings is Rotten Egg.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What, Mrs. Cat? If we don't hurry, someone else will get the swings.
I'm going to sit over there on the bench and talk to the other moms. But we need to go over the safety rules before you run off and play.
Okay.
First, no pushing or shoving each other. And no talking to strangers, right? You need to keep a safe distance from people you don't know.
No pushing or shoving each other, and don't talk to strangers. What do you mean by a safe distance?
Mom says a safe distance is to keep as far away as a broom handle.
That's right, Joey. Stay as far away as a broom handle. Remember, if a stranger wants to talk to you, you say no, go, and tell me.
Okay, now can we go swing, Mom?
All right, children, have fun.
Race to do the swings.
Hey, kids. My name is Mr. Gata. What are your names?
We're not supposed to tell strangers our names.
That's a good safety rule. Do you think you can help me find my puppy? I lost him over there.
You lost a puppy? Oh, yes. I want to help find him. Can I pet him?
Wait a minute, Katie. This man is a stranger. Mom said we're not supposed to talk to strangers.
You're right, Joey. We're supposed to say no, go, and tell your mom.
Let's go tell my mom.
Wait!
Mom.
What is it, Joey? Are you children all right?
Mrs. Cat, there was a stranger that wanted us to help him find his puppy.
Yeah, but we remembered we weren't supposed to talk to strangers.
He said his name was Mr. Gatto, but we didn't tell him our names.
Joey and Katie, you made the right choice. You remember to say no, go, and tell me. You did a very good job keeping yourselves safe.
All right.
Joey and Katie did a very good job at keeping themselves safe. If a stranger came up to you, who would you tell, Samantha?
I'd go tell my grandma, teacher, uncle, or my big monkey daddy.
Good job. Now, boys and girls, Mrs. Cat said to keep a safe distance from people you don't know. She said to stay as far away as a broom handle. And I want to show you how far away that is. See, a broom handle is about this long. And if you stayed as far away as a broom handle, then that person, the stranger, if they wanted to touch you or grab you, well, they couldn't touch you because a broom handle is longer than a person's arm. And that's why that's a safe distance to stay away from people you don't know. All right, well, I think we have another puppet show about safety, don't we, Sam?
Yes, I'll go tell my puppet friends to get ready.
Thank you. So this is a puppet show about bullying. Now, bullying is when sometimes a bigger kid, or even a kid that's your same size, it can be a boy or a girl, when this person picks on another kid. And everyone experiences bullying in their lifetime. So we want to find out how these puppets handle a bully. Today, Billy is with us, and he's acting like a bully.
How's it going?
And he's interacting with Tony, his classmate.
Hi.
They're at their preschool. Let's see what happens.
Hey, Tony Baloney, move over. I want to play the Play-Doh table.
Hey, I was here first.
Well, I want to play.
Well, I guess I'll just eat my snack now. Ooh, graham crackers, my favorite.
Hey, I'm hungry. Give me those graham crackers.
Hey, that's my snack. Give it back.
No.
I don't like it when you push or take my crackers. I think I need help. I'm going to tell the teacher.
If you're a big tattletale, if you tail.
No, I'm not. Tattling is telling on someone to get them in trouble. Telling is to get him help for yourself. I need help. Teacher, teacher, can I talk to you?
Sure, Tony. What is it?
Billy is acting like a bully. First he pushed me away from the Play-Doh table, and then he took my graham crackers.
Did you ask him to stop?
Yes, I did, but he wouldn't listen. Then I decided I needed help.
Well, you made the right choice telling me, Tony. I will help you. Billy, I need to speak to you.
What did I do?
Billy, it is not okay to push your friends or take things away from them.
But I was hungry. I didn't have any breakfast this morning.
You can always come to me if you need something to eat. But taking food and pushing people is not the way to make friends.
I'm sorry. Do you think Tony will talk to me if I say I'm sorry?
That would be a good choice, Billy.
Hey, Tony. I'm sorry for pushing you and taking your graham crackers. I was hungry.
Thanks for saying sorry. Billy, let's make some dinosaurs at the Play-Doh table. Together. Want to?
Cool.
All right. So what did Tony do to get help for herself? She said no to Billy, and then she went and got help from her teacher. She used the say no, go, and tell in order to deal with a bully.
Hey, Win, I think it's time to teach these kids our song.
That's a great idea, Sam. Do you boys and girls know the song Farmer in the Dell? Well, this song goes by the same tune, and I hope you'll help us sing along once you catch on with the words. Are there any puppets back there who'd like to help us sing?
Come on, guys.
All right. Say no, go and tell. Say no, go and tell. Remember what Samantha says. Say no, go and tell. If a bully comes around and tries to push you down, use your words and you'll be heard. Say no, go and tell. Say if a stranger's hello and it's someone you don't know, don't be sad, go find your dad. Say no, go and tell. Say no, go and tell. Say no, go and tell. Remember what Samantha says. Say no, go and tell. All right, thank you. Find my place here. Boys and girls, you have been great safety kids today, and Samantha and I are so glad we got to spend this time with you. But I wanted to ask you, do you think these puppets are talking all by themselves? Or do you think there might be people back here? I do, and I would like to introduce them. We have 3 volunteers from Nevada Union High School who are Cap Inc.'s volunteers. We have Aliona, who played Samantha, the teacher, Mrs. Cat, and Mr. Gatto. Wow. We have Chelsea, who played Katie and Billy. And we have Christopher, who played Joey and Tony. So let's give these guys a hand. Excellent. So really great that we have these high school volunteers. So thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you so much for your service to the kids of Nevada County and teaching them about how to be safe. We actually have over 100 high school volunteers from Nevada Union who are the ones that come out with us and do the puppet shows for the kids. And we couldn't run this program without our high school volunteers.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah. How do you recruit the high school volunteers?
Well, anyone who is a high school student in Nevada County, you don't just have to go to NU, can be a Cap Inc.'s volunteer. We go around to the different schools. Some classes require community service, and some kids are just interested in service. But it's one of the neat things about our program that high school students learn the value of community service and how good it is to give back to the community. Wow. And that's something that these students will take with them into their lives, knowing how nice it does feel to give back to the community.
And some of the older brothers and sisters that may not be preschool, like this show was, what are some of the schools? Do you go to all the schools or some of the schools, or which schools? And I know you said preschool through 5th grade, but what are some of the schools? Maybe they've seen you, or?
Yeah, if you grew up in Nevada County, then it's very likely that you've seen our puppet shows. And we go to all of the Grass Valley School District, all Nevada City School District, We go to the preschools all over the county, out to North San Juan. We'll pretty much go to any school that would like us to come.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's wonderful, and it's a wonderful program. I know my third graders always enjoy it every year. How long have you been in this program?
Well, actually, I've been working for Child Advocates for about 2 years, but previously I was in another position, and I just started this position this year.
Well, I'm really glad. You're doing a great job. And
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your energy. And also, along with this, you have a story that you're going to be reading us.
That's
and it is by Jack Ezra Keats. Is that correct?
That's
Ezra
right.
Jack Keats, and it's called Louie. And would you like to read that to us right now?
Sure, I'd be happy to read this story to you. So this is Louie by Ezra Jack Keats.
Boys and girls at home, are you ready to listen? George and Willie, you ready to listen?
Susie and Roberto were putting on a puppet show. They had spent a lot of time making the puppets. Kids were trying to find seats next to their friends. "Wow, everybody's here," said Susie. "There's Louie," said Roberto. "I've never heard a word out of him." "Me neither," said Susie. "Well, let's get started." The curtain opened. A mouse puppet appeared on the stage. The mouse introduced Gussie. When Louie saw Gussie, he stood up. "Hey, sit down. We can't see through you, Louie." "Come on, sit down, will ya?" Louie just stood and stared. "Hello," he said. "Hello, hello." "What's going on?" asked Susie. Roberto peeked over the stage. "It's Louie," he whispered. "He's talking to Gussie. He won't stop. What'll we do?" Susie thought for a moment. "We better have Gussie answer him." "Hi, Louie," Susie said in Gussie's voice. "Nice to see you. But me and the mouse got to get on with the show. Will you please sit down? There's a lots more to come." Louie sat down. The place got quiet, and the play continued. The kids laughed at the adventures of Gussie and the mouse. When the show ended, the puppets bowed. Everybody cheered and clapped. Louie jumped up and clapped loudest and longest. As everybody was leaving, Susie and Roberto saw Louie. "Would you like to say goodbye to Gussie?" Susie asked. Louie grabbed the puppet and held onto it. "What'll I do now?" Susie whispered to Roberto. "Gussie is very tired," explained Roberto. "She has to go home now." Louie waited a minute and then let go of Gussie. Susie and Roberto started off. Louie waved until they were out of sight. Then he walked home. He went into his room and sat on the floor. He dreamed he was feeding Gussie from a huge ice cream cone. Suddenly, Gussie disappeared and the cone too. Louie was falling down, down, down. Now he was floating. There were kids all around. They were making fun of him. Hello, hello. Nah, it's goodbye, goodbye. Oh yeah, hello, goodbye, Louie. Louie, his mother called. Louie, she called, what are you doing? He didn't answer. He was still sad from his dream. His mother went on, someone slipped a note for you under the door. It says, hello, hello, hello. Go outside and follow the long green string. Louie got up and went outside. He's following the string. Hello. The end.
I love his books. They're so colorful and they're so enjoyable. I've read others of his books too. Well, thank you for joining us. And while you just sit there, and I'm going to be working on a craft.
Oh, great.
So our craft today, boys and girls, is what to do with a puppet show. I love your puppet show. And you can make a puppet show like a stage like you have out of PVC pipe that we had for the Cap Inks, which was a wonderful puppet show. You can sew curtains for it. But here's another one over here that we just made out of paper. And it's got a little rick-rack along the top. This is just a piece of poster board, puppet theater. Has an opening and you can help your child draw it. And on the back, all it is a hard type of round. It could be from a Christmas wrapping or a birthday paper wrapping, and then just taped on, and some felt that's behind it. And I need to have you, Mrs., and we have some puppets from the last time. I'll give you a few. You can choose which one you'd like, and I'll hold this. But what you can do is keep it up on a hanger if you'd like, or someone can hold it, or you could put it in the front of something and go under a table. But just so you can kind of see that you can see the puppets, and you don't have to see the hands, you don't have to see the faces. So that's one way, and we're going to turn this guy around, run that way, so that you can see the puppets. Isn't this a wonderful little make-believe puppet theater that you can have? Great. So I'm going to set this one back up here. That's one puppet theater. When I was growing up, I used to love making puppet shows, and I'd use my finger and I'd put two little dots for eyes, and this little crease right here would be the mouth, so when I talked it looked like they were talking. And I would put a sheet because I didn't have this great idea, so instead I just used a sheet. And the sheet would then, may I borrow that chair?
Sure.
And I would put two chairs together. You can put them together close, or you can put them together farther apart, and drape it over, the chairs, and then you can get behind and show the puppet show behind the piece of this. All this is a sheet. And
what do you think,
so
George?
Which one do you want? Expensive or fancy, and you can make your own puppet show. Also, you could take this sheet and put it over a table, and then you'd want to make sure that the sheet went all the way down to the floor, so you couldn't see anyone who's hiding behind it, and the puppets are behind the sheet.
George is very interested in the puppets.
So there's many ways that you can make a puppet show. You can make them with, may I see those for
Oh, sure.
minute?
Sorry.
Thanks.
Having too much fun playing
I
with
know.
them.
I'll just take a couple. All of that, we made these once before, And all you do with them is you can find a picture in a magazine or a book. You can even have photographs, real-life photographs, and cut them out. And then they just have straws taped on the back. Some of your fancy, fancy puppets have the hand puppets. Those are really nice. But I never had those. Did you have those kind of puppets when you were younger?
No, sometimes I'd make a puppet out of a sock.
A sock?
And I'd sew 2 buttons on an old sock and then just make the mouth and do that.
Yeah. And I used to make puppets out of my hand. And I put 2 eyes and then it would look like they were talking. And I would always talk to each other. In fact, sometimes talk about make-believe. That would be my imaginary friend. And I would walk around with my imaginary friend and he would talk, or she would talk to me. I didn't have any sisters, so that would be my, and I would draw long hair on it, or I might put yarn on it so that it would look like a real person. So there's lots of things you can do for a puppet show, but the most important thing to do with your puppet show or a puppet theater is to use your imagination. And as soon as you use your imagination, then everything else just works out a lot of fun. You'll have a great time, and you'll remember when you get older that you did that too. Well, don't forget, boys and girls, it's the end of our show for today. I want you to check the NCTV community calendar, see if there's any upcoming events that you might be interested in doing or participating in. NCTV calendar has great things. Also, we have a website now, so you can email us at georgeandwillysworld@yahoo.com. So please join us there, and don't forget, listen to lots of stories, do your jobs, and have fun playing. Until next time, boys and girls, bye-bye.